This morning, the Sun Prairie School Board president is stepping down. How the board's newest member is responding.
Plus, authorities are investigating a shooting threat made against UW-Madison. How officials quickly determined it was a false alarm.
And President Trump's historic announcement to fire a Fed governor. Why the courts may soon get involved.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning on your Tuesday, August 26th. I'm Kyrie Lee.
I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for joining us. Some folks in the 40s this morning. Anybody kick on their heat yet?
Oh no.
No?
No.
You did in the car.
Yeah, in the car.
Not in the house?
Oh, that's taking it too far. It is August 26th. We are not flipping the switch just yet. You flipped on the heat last night?
This morning.
You guys are
No way.
Is your household like one of those heat to air, air to heat houses?
Yeah, it can,
Okay.
it can go back and forth or whatever,
Yes.
because we might need it today.
Yeah.
I mean, it's chilly. I felt bad for the kiddos, and they're sleeping in an old drafty house, and I'm like, I'm going to kick it on for them.
See, we have a smaller space, so didn't have that problem.
Yeah, I had the seat heaters on this morning, though, because it was a little chilly. I had the windows down, though, too. I had my sweatpants and sweatshirt on. Probably going to want to have that or at least a jacket before heading out, just because we have now dropped Madison's current temperature at 48, and that's where most of us, the mid to upper 40s, are waking up across southern Wisconsin. Our dew point's 46. We don't have any fog here out across Mineral Point, Lone Rock, west of Madison. Those areas are waking up with a little bit of visibility issues. Here's the rest of us across Dane County. The majority of us are still hanging on to 50 or 51. McFarland's also down to 48. Deerfield's at 46. Verona waking up to 50. Look at southern Wisconsin outside of Dane County, though. 49 in Camp Douglas, 48 in the Dells, 46 in Mineral Point, and 41 only this morning in Black River Falls. Enjoy the sunshine and comfortable weather while we still have it. We'll be in the 70s going forward. This afternoon will feature the lower 70s. There is a slight chance of showers late Wednesday into Thursday, but in general, not much rain is in the forecast. We'll time out Labor Day, and rain chances we could see into the weekend if there's any. I'll have that coming up.
Thanks, Savannah. New this morning, Monona police investigating after someone showed up to the ER with a gunshot wound. Someone dropped off a man at a Madison ER and then left just after 2:30 yesterday afternoon. Police say that person needed abdominal surgery at another hospital. Madison police began that investigation and then later called Monona PD around 4 o'clock after being led to an apartment on Eastgate Road near the Taco John's. Officers did find that vehicle that brought the person to the hospital. No arrests have been made, and the condition of the victim is unknown.
Developing this morning, a Madison priest is in jail after his arrest for child sex crimes in Waupaca County. Investigators say Andrew Showers attempted to travel to Clintonville to meet a 14-year-old girl. Showers works at Our Lady of Guadalupe and St. James Catholic School here in Madison. The 37-year-old was booked into Waupaca County Jail on charges of child enticement, using a computer to facilitate a sex crime, and attempted sexual assault of a child. News 3 Now's policy is to withhold the name of a suspect until they're formally charged. However, we make exceptions for those in positions of public trust like Showers. And this morning, Sun Prairie School District no longer has a school board president.
That's after the district announced that the board president, Katie Kimoku, is stepping down. This is the second resignation this year. The district says Kimoku resigned to spend more time with her family. The school board is welcoming, meantime, Isaac Sung, who is filling a vacancy after a different resignation in July. News 3 Now sat down with Sung in an exclusive interview. He says he's hoping to bring more transparency to the board.
All the hurt and the pain and like the complex emotions that the public is having, a lot of mistrust with the district and mistrust of the school board itself. So I think trying to repair those relationships is one of my first steps and one of like the biggest priorities for me.
The district continues to face backlash over the arrest of Robert Gilkey Meisegeier, a former dean of students, now facing 15 charges related to child sex crimes. His next court appearance is next week, Tuesday.
This morning, UW-Madison police are working to determine why they received a call reporting an active shooter inside Memorial Library. UW-Madison joins at least 5 other universities across the country that received false active shooter reports in the past week. Just after 11 o'clock yesterday, Dane County 911 received a call to its non-emergency line reporting a person with an automatic rifle inside Memorial Library and that 2 shots were fired. UWPD's Mark Lovicott says the call to the non-emergency number raised suspicions.
And we've had this happen to us before. And what we've learned is, first and foremost, we should, in an incident like that, we should get more than one phone call. And in this incident, we got one phone call, nothing else was happening.
UWPD is still investigating and asking anyone with information to come forward. Tips can be submitted through the Badger Safe app.
In just a few hours, the retrial for Devontae Gafford is set to get underway. Gafford is accused in the 2023 shooting death of Devon Grant. In Gafford's first trial, the jury convicted him of possessing a firearm. The jury was unable to issue a verdict on his other two charges, which included first-degree intentional homicide. Gafford is expected to appear back in court in Dane County at 9 o'clock this morning.
More than 2 decades later, the Columbia County Sheriff's Office continues to investigate the deaths of 3 people found in their Lodi home in 1998. The victims, Cheryl Cady, and her children, Corey Cole and Bria Meitner, died on August 22, 1998. The Sheriff's Office says detectives are still analyzing evidence from the case. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Sheriff's Office at the number. You can find that on our website, channel3000.com.
6:05 now, turning to some historic developing news this morning. President Trump has fired a Federal Reserve governor for the first time in the agency's history. A Fed governor sets policy, regulates banks, and ensures economic stability. The Trump administration accuses Governor Lisa Cook of committing mortgage fraud despite no charges being filed against her. Trump's decision is expected to end up in court since the president can only fire a Fed board member for cause. If successful, the Trump administration will be able to nominate her replacement amid ongoing battles between the Fed and President Trump.
If you have a job, if you have money saved, if you have children, any kind of commitment to this country doing well in the future, this should be of concern.
Cook has since responded to the move, saying that the president cannot fire her and that she won't resign.
Turning now to a road closure that may affect your commute through Middleton. High Road from Springhill Drive to Canal Trail, just north of Northside Elementary School, will close this week for a final blacktop overlay. Today, the closure begins at 9 a.m. and ends at 3:30 p.m. If needed, the closure will continue tomorrow and Thursday from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Drivers are encouraged to follow detour signs.
Happening today, move-in continues for UW-Madison students, so if you're headed to the campus area, prepare for delays. For the southeast dorms, Park Street by Chadbourne Hall will be northbound only from University to Langdon. Lake Street by Whitty Hall, northbound only from Dayton to Johnson, and Dayton by Celery and Ogg will be westbound only from Francis to Park. To accommodate move into the Lakeshore dorms, Observatory Drive is going to be westbound only from Charter by Van Nuys to Babcock by Microbial Sciences. Metro Transit buses are going to be detoured around all the congestion. Move-in ends tomorrow.
All right, well, let's transition here to the weather. Air got a little bite to it this morning, that is for certain.
These temperatures are spooky. A lot of us have fallen into the 40s right now, and that includes some of Dane County. 48's the current temperature in Madison. There's still a couple of 50s out there, 51 in Mount Horeb, 52 in Perry. But check out Middleton, also at 50, 47 down in Sun Prairie. A lot of us across southern Wisconsin have dipped below that 50-degree mark and settling in the mid to upper 40s this morning. It'll be cool, a little warmer than yesterday, but still nowhere near where we should be. Our average highs 79s, the upper 70s. We're starting out in the upper 40s this morning. Our high later, 71, that's expected. Lots of sunshine and dry weather, at least for now. We'll talk about when rain's going to return to the forecast later.
Savannah, thank you.
Coming up in your morning sports, the Packers are set to release this year's roster. News 3 Now senior Packers writer is going to break down the major announcement.
And News 3 Now's Josh Breider is live outside of the Iowa County Fair. He will have everything you need to know about this weekend's event coming up in the 6:08.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
6:12 in the 6:08 this morning. The Iowa County Fair is about to get underway.
Our Josh Breider is live in Mineral Point with a preview. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. We're live at the Iowa County Fairgrounds this morning in Mineral Point, and we've got a nice treat for you. The fair doesn't kick off for a couple of days, but we're getting an early preview this week. And joining us this morning is Morgan Warwick. She's the swine superintendent here at the fair. You're also a project lead for where we're standing here this morning. Morgan, good morning to you.
Good morning. Morning.
So talk about the space that we're in right now, because this looks a little bit different to fairgoers that have been here in the past.
Yeah, yep. So we're at the Guard Swine Pavilion, and we have new gates this year. So this has been a project that is exhibitors have been requesting for quite a while, just to make it a little bit more friendly for those kids showing at the fair, and then as well as fairgoers as well. And we also have concrete in our aisles now, which used to be like lime rock, so now that'll cut back on the dust and again be a little bit more friendly for people walking through the barn. So super excited about it. Everything turned out great, and it's been a lot of fun to see it all come together.
You know, the fair in Mineral Point has had so much support for you guys over the years, and it sounds like that is still the case right now.
Yeah, we proposed it to the fair board, and they were gracious in accepting, you know, that we do this project and these upgrades and saw the need for it. And then not only that, but we've had a ton of community support. You can see along the tops of the gates here, we've got engraved nameplates for everybody who has donated to the project, and so we've still got room for more of them, but it's just been amazing how the community's come together to support our youth and really just make this a good experience for everybody.
As far as exhibitors, you guys are also seeing an increase in numbers there, which I have to say is pretty unique too.
Yeah, it's been great just because, you know, with so many activities these days, there's obviously a lot that people can be involved in, and so yeah, we've been seeing our numbers steadily increase, the number of pigs steadily increase, and you know, that's why we want to continue to bring exciting things to the project, to the fair, to the barn itself, just to encourage people to, you know, want to do the project, stay in the project, and you know, all the things that they can learn from showing livestock. You know, they make a lot of new friends, just that responsibility. So it's really cool to see this project give back to the kids as well.
So the Iowa County Fair kicks off on Thursday. Of course, this is 5 days of fun-filled fun for Labor Day weekend. What can folks expect here in the swine barn?
Yep. So on Thursday, we kick off with our gilt show, and that'll be here at 6 o'clock, and then followed by our Pee-wee showmanship. So anybody who is younger than 3rd grade can come in and show a pig. And then on Friday, we do our barrow show and showmanship, and then we have a really special presentation for one of our past superintendents, Laura Littlecoat Springer. So we're going to do a dedication for our show ring to her. We have a beautiful sign that we're going to unveil, and so we invite the community to come out and support her and her family. And then 2 o'clock that day, we have our Bacon Buddies show. So that's an all-inclusive swine show. So any individual, any age from the surrounding area with physical or intellectual disabilities gets paired up with our youth swine exhibitors. And then they get to show off their skills on how to show a pig, and we have some fun activities to go along with that, and we'll have a celebrity MC as well. So we're really excited for that. And then it kind of wraps up with our livestock auction on Saturday, and then they have a couple of fun contests for the kids on Sunday and Monday.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Well, it's going to be a fun weekend. Morgan, thank you so much for a tour. It looks great here.
Yes, thank you. We're excited.
And if you'd like to learn more about the schedule of events here for the Iowa County Fair, you can go to the story up on channel3000.com. Again, the fun kicks off this Thursday, guys.
Yes, looks like a lot of fun. Josh, thank you.
Josh is always looking for inspiration to share in the 608. Got an idea for him? Reach out and let him know about it.
Let's check in with meteorologist Savannah Brito, who's getting you prepared as you step outside today. Good morning.
Good morning. We have dry weather and some sunshine out across the city of Madison right now. That'll stick around, but it'll also be on the cooler side. We actually dropped to 48 degrees. That's our current temperature in Madison. We've got calm winds, but it'll be breezy. Very similar winds compared to what we had yesterday. But temperatures a little warmer. We're going to reach the lower 70s. Our winds are currently out of the northwest. Some of those gusts are up to 10, close to 15 miles per hour out in Viroqua and up near the Wisconsin Dells and Mineral Point areas. But we'll see everyone see those winds pick up about 15 to 20 later today. They die down briefly overnight and then actually rebound back out of the southwest, which, yes, that'll warm us up a couple more degrees tomorrow back into the mid 70s. That's going to be brief, though. And tomorrow's looking like an even breezier day where winds could gust potentially up to 25 miles per hour. That'll be the case the next several afternoons. storms and then a weak cold front that'll move through and our winds back out of the northwest, but that will allow some showers to spark not until Wednesday later in the day. I think the lunchtime hour, all those showers are going to be widespread southwest of Madison out across Iowa. Most of those fizzle out. For us, we're mainly looking at about dinner time or even after that for those isolated showers to move in. That'll stick around for the overnight hours into early Thursday morning. But good news for the Badger home opener at 8 p.m. at Camp Randall on Thursday night. All those showers are going to move out. So we will actually see clearing skies, but the temperatures are going to drop after that. So it will be a cool evening for anyone that is heading out to that game. For Labor Day weekend, temperatures warm right back up. Not close to normal, but a little bit closer to where we should be. Our average high is the upper 70s for Sunday and into Labor Day. On Monday, I think we'll be back into the mid-70s with a mix of cloud cover and sunshine, but at least dry weather. So any rain chances, those are going to hold off until about mid to late week, just post Labor Day next week, potentially starting as early as Monday night into Tuesday. And that's when warmer temperatures are going to return. Should be back to the upper 70s by Tuesday and lows back where they should be too in the upper 50s.
The Packers are getting ready to release this year's roster.
So who will make the cut and who is on the chopping block? News 3 Now senior Packers writer Jason Wilde breaks down today's decision.
Good morning, everybody from Green Bay. It is decision day for the Green Bay Packers roster. They must reach the 53-man roster limit by 3 p.m. today. That means they need to make 37 personnel moves to get there. Now, some of those decisions will largely be made for them. For example, Christian Watson, their wide receiver, who's coming back from a knee injury he suffered in the last game of the regular season last year, will start the season on the physically unable to perform list. That means he will miss at least the first 4 games and probably a few more before being activated. So those decisions are the quote-unquote easy ones. There will be plenty of difficult decisions that General Manager Brian Gutekunst and Coach Matt LaFleur must make to get down to that limit. Now, 16 players can be brought back after they clear waivers to be on the practice squad. So some guys, it will not be goodbye. It will be see you tomorrow or the day after that. We will have all the coverage at channel3000.com for free. And don't forget, if you haven't already, sign up for our Packers newsletter that delivers our Packers coverage directly to your inbox every single day. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Jason. Still ahead, an opportunity for Badger fans to get together to celebrate the new school year and the start of Badger football.
And coming up in our next half hour, some schools across the state are considering consolidating to address their financial concerns. How a new bill could soon help make that process easier. Welcome back. We're getting ready to kick off another season of Badger football, and this morning we have some opportunities for alumni and fans to get together.
Sarah Schuett from the UW Alumni Association here with us this morning to talk all about it. All right, Sarah, what is your favorite thing about this time of year?
Oh my gosh, it is so wonderful to feel the energy of campus just elevate when the students are moving back. The new students are so excited to be there. The returning students happy to be back on campus. And of course, Badger football.
Yes, there's nothing that beats it. So how does the Badger meetup work this week since the game is on a Thursday night? Really different for us here.
Absolutely. Well, throughout the summer, we invite any alumni, friends, families to come visit us at the Alumni Center, One Alumni Place, 650 North Lake Street. But once football season starts, home game weekends, Friday afternoons, we invite the public to come in and grab a cookie, some lemonade, enjoy the lakefront, visit with our staff. The game's on Thursday, but we're going to keep our Friday tradition of Badger meetups because there'll still be a lot of people in town and celebrating that energy.
Hopefully celebrating a win, too. That would be great.
That would be a great way to kick off the year.
One of these events that you have coming up, I thought was really cool. Something new that you guys are trying, something newer that the Alumni Association is doing is this ice cream social that you have scheduled. Tell me all about that.
Yes, well, to welcome new students to campus, the Chancellor's Office sponsors a convocation, which is sort of a traditional ceremony. We've been very fortunate to be invited to welcome our future alumni to campus, have them walk from the Cole Center down to Alumni Park at the Lakeshore after convocation and join us for ice cream and start to get a feel of that Badger spirit and the Badger alumni community even on their first day on campus.
Our news anchor is welcomed as well.
Absolutely, anytime, anytime.
We'll get some ice cream fanatics on the show. And so that caught my eyes. We were looking through all the events coming up as we kick off the start of the new football season. Sarah, thank you so much for coming in this morning and telling us all about what UW Alumni Association has going on this fall. Go Badgers!
Go Badgers on Wisconsin.
You got it.
Yes,
thank you.
Love it. We'll have all these details up on our website, channel3000.com.
This morning, a local priest behind bars accused of child sex crimes. Which Madison school he works at.
I'm gonna do what I have to do for justice for my son.
And a retrial begins for a man accused of a murder at Harmony Apartments. The victim's mother speaks out on her fight for justice.
And as we get ready to head back to school, some districts are considering merging. Which ones and why? Good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrian Lee. Thanks for waking up with us this morning on your Tuesday. If you're headed out the door, don't expect, that warmth to hit your face because the exact opposite.
Just perfect temperatures, just right in that sweet spot that we want this time of year, right?
August 26th. Not exactly.
Not everybody's as enthusiastic as I am. I love the fall weather. Savannah, it is, in the 40s out there in some spots?
Yeah, our temperatures are about 10 degrees below average, and that's where our highs are going to be later this afternoon, too. So some of us did fall into the 40s. That's where most of us sit, not necessarily across Dane County, but in southern Wisconsin. We've still got the 50s in areas directly west of Madison, but we've dropped to 48 in Madison, 49 in McFarland, 47 in Deerfield. Temperature is still 51, though, in Cross Plains. Lots of mid to upper 40s. Boscobel's also there, Platteville. Janesville's waking up to 48 and Watoma at 43. So we do got a couple of cool spots, including Black River Falls, that's barely hanging on to the 40-degree mark. We will see temperatures rise into the 70s. Lower to mid 70s is where we're going to be going forward. That'll take us into Labor Day, too. And then we do have a slight chance of showers with a weaker cold front on Thursday. That'll drop our highs a little bit for Thursday and Friday afternoons, but relatively speaking, not much rain is in the forecast. We'll time out those showers for Wednesday night into Thursday coming up.
Thanks, Savannah. New this morning, Monona police are investigating after someone showed up to the emergency room with a gunshot wound.
Police say someone dropped a man off at the ER and just left. The man underwent abdominal surgery at a different hospital yesterday afternoon. Madison police started the investigation and later notified Monona police after following leads to an apartment on Eastgate Road near Taco John's. Officers found the vehicle that transported the man to the hospital in that area. No one has been arrested and the man's condition remains unknown.
Now to developing news this morning, a Madison priest is in jail being held in Wapaka County on suspicion of child sex crimes. Investigators say Andrew J. Showers tried to travel to Clintonville and meet up with a 14-year-old girl. Showers works at Our Lady of Guadalupe and St. James Catholic School here in Madison. The 37-year-old was booked into the Wapaka County Jail on charges of child enticement, using a computer to facilitate a sex crime, and attempted sexual assault of a child. News 3 Now's policy is to withhold naming a suspect until they're formally charged. We do make exceptions, though, for those in positions of public trust, like Showers.
Happening today, a retrial begins for Devontae Gafford. Gafford is one of the men accused of shooting and killing Devon Grant outside the Harmony Apartments in July 2023. In March of last year, a jury found Gafford guilty of possessing a firearm as a convicted felon. However, the jury could not reach a verdict on 2 other charges: first-degree recklessly endangering safety as a party to a crime and first-degree intentional homicide as a party to a crime. The mother of the victim, who witnessed her son being shot and killed, will return to the stand.
It's very, very emotional. I'm trying not to cry. I'm gonna do what I have to do for justice for my son.
Last year, Gafford testified that his actions were based on self-defense. It remains unclear if he will testify again this week. The trial starts this morning at 9.
Happening today, the man accused of faking his own death and fleeing the country is set to be sentenced in Green Lake County. Ryan Borgward faces a misdemeanor charge of obstructing an officer. Investigators say that he staged his disappearance last year, leaving behind his wife and children and headed to Europe. Authorities contacted him in November and he returned to the U.S. in December. The charges carry a maximum sentence of 9 months in jail and a $10,000 fine or both. He's due in court at 3:30 this afternoon.
Sauk County officials are asking for your help this morning to find a man who has been missing for nearly a week. John Brenneman's family says he left his Baraboo home last week without telling anyone. Authorities believe Brenneman was driving a red 2023 Ram 1500 and that his life alert was activated on the day he went missing. If you have any information about Brenneman's whereabouts, please contact the sheriff's office. That number's on your screen, 608-356-4895.
Developing nationally this morning, President Trump says that he has fired Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. It is the first time that a Fed governor has been fired in the central bank's history. A Fed governor sets policy, regulates banks, and ensures economic stability. The Trump administration recently accused Cook of committing mortgage fraud, though she has not been charged with any wrongdoing. The Justice Department does say that they do plan to investigate Cook, though. Cook has responded to the move by saying that the president did not have the authority to fire her and that she will continue to do her job. Taking a look at the markets this morning, and if there's any reaction to that news, the Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ futures are all down slightly, down about 0.1%.
Now to more local news. As kids prepare to return to school, some districts face ongoing financial pressure. This pressure is prompting some schools to consider consolidating certain costs. State Representative Amanda Nedweski says 2 of her districts in Waukesha County, located about 8 minutes apart, are currently discussing the possibility of merging into a single district. Nedweski, who chairs the Government Efficiency Committee, says pending bills could make this process easier.
We need to find ways to encourage school districts to share services if they can, or maybe consolidate in some way. So we're working on a package of bills that would encourage that right now.
Some of these bills are expected to be introduced later this year. It's important to note that the Madison School District is not currently considering consolidation despite these proposed bills.
6:36 now. The Madison Reading Project has only 2 teachers left on their mission to clear the book list. It's an effort to support Dane County teachers headed back to school. Of the 10 nominated local educators, Megan Smith and Kelly Meinholtz both are still in need of a couple more books to clear their lists. Thanks to your help, Madison Reading Project's donated more than 22,000 books to more than 700 teachers. If you want to help, just look for this link at the story at channel3000.com.
And as a reminder, move-in for UW-Madison continues today. If you're heading downtown, prepare for delays. For the Southeast dorms, here in about 20 minutes, starting at 7 a.m., Park Street by Chadbourne Hall will be northbound only from University to Langdon. Lake Street by Whitty Hall, northbound only from Dayton to Johnson. And Dayton by Celery and Ogg will be westbound only from Francis to Park. To accommodate move-in to the Lakeshore dorms, Observatory Drive will be westbound only from Charter by Van Hise to Babcock by Microbial Sciences. Metro Transit buses will detour around this congestion. Move-in ends tomorrow.
To the Brewers now. They are trying to get their mojo back after losing 6 of their last 9. Crew kicking off a series with the Diamondbacks. Up 2-0 Christian Yelich. Somehow he finds that gaps. That'll bring in 2 runs and put the Brewers up. Diamondbacks crawl back, make it a 1-run game until the 8th inning. Caleb Durbin drums a home run, doing the D-backs in. Brewers win 7-5 and still have the best record in baseball. Game 2 of the series is tonight.
And it's a big week for the Badgers. We're looking forward to Badger women's volleyball on Friday, and of course a big day for football on Thursday this week.
That's right. That's the Badger home opener at Camp Randall. We are going to be live there at the stadium during News 3 Now this morning on Thursday. Plus, Eric Franke and Andrew Banstra will host Wisconsin Game Day live at the UW Fieldhouse starting at 6:30. They're going to be breaking down the X's and O's and that gauntlet of a schedule for UW football this year.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a hype week. Students moving back to campus. Lots of people going to be in town, so we're ready.
Yeah, and Savannah's already given us the heads up that she's going to be off on Friday. It's scheduled off.
Yep, I'm not calling out. It's scheduled off because I'm going to go to the game.
All right, so for anybody headed to the game on Thursday night, what's the temperature going to be like?
Yeah, I think our temperatures are definitely going to be fall-like football weather, as people like to say, because it is an evening game, so those temperatures are going to be pretty comfortable. 65 for the kickoff. Might want a sweatshirt or a lighter jacket. We will also have a light breeze. That's what our evenings are going to look like, afternoon and evenings going forward, not only today, but yeah, for that Badgers game. At halftime, 61, the fourth quarter, 59. The good news is we'll be dry. We do have a chance of showers on Thursday, but that's going to be earlier in the day, the early morning, potentially into the afternoon for some of us south of Madison, and then we're drying up nicely. I still think we'll see a little bit of cloud cover as a result of that brief and weak cold front that'll drop our temperatures into Friday. We'll preview Labor Day coming up.
All right, Savannah, thank you. 6:39 coming up in the 6:08. We are checking in with Josh Sprider, who's out at the Iowa County Fair. He's going to preview what's going on there this year.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Oh, welcome back, everybody. 6:42. Today's a big day for those who love fall. You could say they can rejoice today. Today is their day.
Yes, it's the unofficial start of fall for those pumpkin spice lovers out there. Starbucks pumpkin spice drink returns starting today. The fan favorite is part of Starbucks fall lineup, which also includes a new tiramisu latte and new food items like Italian sausage egg bites. So for those seeking an extra kick, Starbucks Reserve locations are serving new pumpkin flavored cocktails.
There you go. Savannah's eyeing up that tiramisu latte.
Yeah.
That one sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'm not a pumpkin spice girly, but I know there are lots of people that are. So I guess, drink it up, eat it up, whatever you need to do.
Can you admit they smell good?
They do smell good. They do.
Pumpkin in the fall, yeah. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a huge pumpkin person either, but they at least definitely smell good. And our fall weather, we are waking up with quite the fall weather, and this is going to stick around for the time being. 48 right now in Madison. That's our lowest temperature that we've fallen here, at least across Dane County. There are a couple of other areas at 47, but plenty of 50s and even 51s. We're kind of the outlier across Dane County. Platteville's back up to 50, but they did fall into the 40s, and that's where most of us are waking up, the mid to even upper 40s this morning. Janesville's at 48, Lone Rock, Wisconsin Dells, Camp Douglas a little bit warmer, same with Viroqua, sitting currently at 49. We do have full visibility, no fogs in the forecast. We do have some cloud cover out there right now, but skies are going to clear and will be mostly sunny. The temperature will get into the lower 70s. A couple of us did hit the lower 70s the last few days, but we only made it into the upper 60s across Madison and most of Dane County yesterday. I do think we'll see a high of 70 or 71 though. Our northwest winds still pulling in cool air, and you can expect breezy conditions. Our winds are still going to be around 15 to 20 miles per hour, but then they actually begin to shift back out of the south overnight into Wednesday afternoon, and that's when we're going to see slightly warmer weather. We'll be back into the mid 70s, still not where we should be, but a little bit better than the afternoon. And tomorrow will be even more breezy than what we'll see today. Those winds could top out around 25 miles per hour. Winds back out of the northwest again, pulling in a little bit cooler air for Thursday and Friday. That'll be with the weak cold front that will allow some showers to move in. So I think later in the morning and early afternoon Wednesday, anything's going to be out across Iowa. As those get closer to Wisconsin, they fizzle out. For us, we're mainly looking at a time frame of after dinner into the early evening, and those showers isolated at best. It's not going to be widespread into early Thursday morning. By the afternoon and evening, we slowly start to see sky conditions clear. So I think for the Wisconsin home opener, I do think we'll still be dealing with some cloud cover, but dry conditions and cooler temperatures too. Those temps drop after that cold front passes. Will probably be somewhere near about 65 for the kickoff, and then as you're heading home, temperatures expecting to fall into the upper 50s. But after that, for Labor Day weekend, we're back into the lower to mid 70s, and that's pretty much where we'll find ourselves on Labor Day too. So pretty comfortable weather, but still not where we should be, close to the 80-degree mark. But at least we'll be in the mid 70s Labor Day.
Yeah, we're going back home to Missouri over the holidays, so it is going to be close.
It'll be
the
warmer
80s
there.
Yeah, closer
nice.
to that. So.
Enjoy it. Bring them back.
Yeah, I'm just going to soak it all in because obviously that's not what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, I know.
But it's okay. It could be worse. It could be worse.
For sure.
Yeah, I got to keep reminding myself that we are seasonably cool for this time of year. And like, so is this a false fall? Like, are we going to see?
False fall.
Right.
Yeah, we'll
Right?
rebound. I do think there's signs like maybe after that initial beginning of September, we rebound a little bit closer to normal. So there's signs.
Let's take it to the 80s in October.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we've
Wishful
seen that
thinking.
before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed for me, at least. Savannah, thank you.
Savannah's looking to plan your day. Here's the thing, though. You have to send us a video, a picture, or an email. Share your name, where you live, and then upload it to the website, the First One Weather app, Facebook Messenger, or email us.
In the 608, the Iowa County Fair is about to get underway later this week.
Josh Sprider is hanging out there in Mineral Point this morning with a preview. Good morning, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning to you. Yeah, we're 2 days away from the official start of the Iowa County Fair, and we're on the fairgrounds this morning giving you an early sneak peek at some of that Labor Day event fun. Joining us this morning is Kristen May. Kristen, good morning to you.
Hey, and welcome to the Iowa County Fair.
Yes, a little quiet right now, but you guys are
is.
busy gearing up for one of the best weekends of the year here in Mineral Point.
We are 5 days of nonstop family fun. We have something for everyone. Behind me, you can see our carnival and everything starting to ready to bustle and get set up. We really want to welcome everybody to come. We have really something for everyone, all ages. We're a family event. We've got some really cool things going on our grounds. We have a team Zoom entertainment, which is dog agility and trick shows. We're pretty excited about that. Another kids activity we have is Just for Laughs entertainment tent, and they do face painting and magic shows and balloon animals, lots of fun things. Those things are provided by the fair. They're at no additional charge. We do lots of other fun things on the grounds too, little things for kids. We're going to be playing some Plinko for adults and for kids, and then we've got our carnival. We have over 15 food stands, some local, and then some of those favorites, the barbecue and the corn dogs and all the things that people want to come out for.
You know, what makes you guys so unique is the fact that you are a Labor Day weekend event. So for a county fair here in the state of Wisconsin, you guys are kind of on the tail end.
We are. We're one of the last couple handfuls of fairs for the season, and we're a five-day festival here Thursday through Labor Day. Everybody has that additional, most people anyway, have that additional day off on Monday. You know, come here and join us. We're going to be up and running, and everything will be set. We kick off Thursday with our bull riding, and we end on Monday with our harness racing.
Yeah, I've gotten to check out the harness race, and you guys actually had me in it a couple of years ago. That's what's so cool is like there is something for all ages here.
Yeah, we really do. We really focus on being that fair, that we want to be your Labor Day weekend destination, and we spend a lot of time making sure we have something that everybody can enjoy. So we truly want to invite everybody to come down to our neck of the woods here in Mineral Point.
And you guys are coming up on 170 years. That's a long time.
Yeah, this year's our 169th, so we're already in preparations thinking about 170 years, like what's that going to look like for us. And stay tuned. We're ready to get through this year and then bring the boom next year.
Oh, it's going to be a fun weekend. Kristen, thank you so much for a preview and having us down this morning. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
And
see you at the fair.
Yes, you bet. And if you'd like to learn more about the Iowa County Fair, again, it kicks off Thursday, runs all the way through Labor Day. Just go to the story up on channel3000.com. Guys.
All right, what a way to wrap up summer. Go out to the Iowa County Fair.
Yes.
Have some fun. Josh, thanks, buddy.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out either on social media or email us at inthe608@WISC-TV.com for a chance to be featured. Coming up in the morning sprint, new research reveals the diet that could prevent millions of diabetes cases.
If you got a little kiddo turning 3 soon, send us a picture. We'll show it on TV. We're back with the sprint next. .653, time for the morning sprint.
The Monona Police Department is investigating after someone dropped a man with a gunshot wound off at the emergency room and left. The man underwent abdominal surgery. The investigation led officers to an apartment on Eastgate Road near Taco John's, where they found the vehicle used to transport the man. No arrests have been made, and the man's condition remains unknown.
A Madison priest in jail this morning, arrested on suspicion of child sex crimes in Waupaca County. Investigators say Andrew Showers tried to travel to Clintonville to meet a 14-year-old girl. Showers works at Our Lady of Guadalupe and St. James Catholic School in Madison. He faces charges including child enticement, using a computer to facilitate a sex crime, and attempted sexual assault of a child.
The Sun Prairie School District announced that Board President Katie Kamoku is stepping down. This marks the second resignation this year. The district says Kamoku resigned to spend more time with her family. This comes as the district faces continued backlash over the arrest of Robert Gilkey Meisegeier, a former dean of students facing 15 charges related to child sex crimes.
A study from Harvard revealing more on the Mediterranean diet. That's the one that emphasizes fruits, vegetables, grains, lean protein, and minimal to no red meat. The study found that it reduced the risk of type 2 diabetes by 31% when they combined it with exercise and calorie reduction. Researchers say millions of diabetes cases could be prevented by adopting this diet and regular exercise.
Happening today, a retrial begins for Devontae Gafford, one of the men accused of shooting and killing Devon Grant outside the Harmony Apartments in July 2023. Last March, a jury found Gafford guilty of possessing a firearm as a convicted felon. However, the jury could not reach a verdict on two other charges: first-degree recklessly endangering safety as a party to a crime and first-degree intentional homicide as a party to a crime. The retrial begins this morning at 9.
President Trump firing Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. In a letter posted on Truth Social, the president said he fired Cook due to allegations that she committed mortgage fraud. Though there is no evidence of that, critics say removing Cook marks an escalation in Trump's efforts to undermine the Federal Reserve's independence.
Well, temperatures will be a little bit warmer this afternoon. We're looking at the lower 70s, but it's definitely a cool start. Most of us are sitting in the 40s currently. 74 tomorrow, a brief and weak cold front that allows some showers to increase on Thursday. It's not going to be widespread, just a couple isolated spotty ones in the morning, and then by the afternoon and evening for the Wisconsin home opener, it'll be dry.
All right, Savannah, thank you for keeping us updated.
You're welcome.
Our next newscast is at noon. CBS Mornings is next.